Political persecution. Not even a teacher. Whenever anything goes to your area,
Should they be convicted, Beki Dlamini and others like him face either 25 years in jail, life imprisonment, or even hanging. In 2008, a bomb exploded here under the Lozita Bridge in Swaziland, a few minutes before the King's motorcade was supposed to pass. 2 bodies were found on the scene. It was later discovered that the 2 were political activists, Swazi-born lawyer Musa Dlamini and an alleged former Umkhonto weSizwe member Jack Govender. Their bodies were severely maimed and body parts were scattered. It is a gruesome image and too sensitive to be shown here. Later, a South African-born activist, also an ex-MK member, Amos Mbedzi, was arrested on charges of flouting Swaziland's Immigration Act. And then later on, the charges were increased to include murder, possession of explosives, sedition and subversive activities. He's accused of having been part of a failed plot to sabotage the state of Swaziland, which according to the state backfired and killed 2 of his co-conspirators. Now, Mbedzi is languishing in Matsapa prison. 2 years later, there is no headway in his case. We traveled to Thohoyandou in Venda to meet with his family. This is where he grew up and where his political awareness started. We finally arrived at his small homestead in Makonde village. The family first heard on the news that Amos Mbedzi had been arrested in Swaziland. His mother says she never even knew that her son was out of the country.
Ndifane stress mbilianga idzula ichivava ndamuhumbula ndi apha ndo vaisala ndo pfa zwezwo ono ralo uwelwa nga ene khombo ane a khou vha khayo a tshi ṱuwa ho ngombudza ro fheleledza hafhaḽa fhasi ri khou vhulunga mamme anga a ri miyanga ndi khou ṱuwa a mbo ḓivha o ṱuwa u mu givhela zwine zwe vha mu farela zwone ngoho u amba ngoho athina vhuṱanzi na zwithu zwiḓivhi ngauri nṋe ndo beba na matongo beba mbilu ya muthu ngori a tshi ita hezwo zwithu nṋe ho ngo nṱalutshedza uri u khou ita hezwo zwithu ndo sokou tsheniwa ndo no zwi pfa.
These are his brothers and friends that grew up with him. They say they are upset about the treatment they receive from both the Swazi and South African governments with regards to Amos's case. The younger brother was allegedly assaulted for wearing a T-shirt appealing for the release of his brother.
They beat me, and then after all they arrest me. They put those handkerchiefs and they put it at the back and pull it to the last. And then even today, I'm still suffering the injuries of those people, those Swazi police.
First day in the Chiakai, I little duba. I don't want to eat. Rote roba ricotorida. We crying because his face was swelling. And then I don't think his right eye.
His incarceration is a political one. Our belief is that Amos Mbedzi represents the suffering masses of Swaziland. His first charge was based on illegal entrance to Swaziland or being Swaziland without documents, which we think is not a major charge. But later on, after 2 years, they added some extra charges which related to the death of the other 2 comrades, basically as a way to try and continue to keep him. But the worst was the level of torture they inflicted on him. If you have seen his first appearance in court, he was dripping blood on his head. The magistrate, and we want to thank him for that action only, actually asked that, no, this man must go and get medical attention.
Part of the state's evidence is a confession, which Mbezi is said to have made regarding his complicity in the bombing.
Mbezi has been in leg irons. His hands were also tied. He has been in isolation and was tortured heavily. He did indicate this thing that they forced him to confess. They told him what to say.
So, can a monarchy and a democracy coexist? We get the answers